Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a $5,700 facial capture rig for just $500. If you're an independent virtual producer, then chances are that you've had to make one of these guys. It does an okay job, but the problem is that it blocks your eye line. So if you want to have actors look at each other in the eye while they're wearing this, well, it's going to be problematic. Not only that, but it's also quite shaky, as you can see here. However, with this guy, well, I can totally look at you just fine. Not just that, but it's also not as shaky. Faceware has a solution that solves these issues, but it's a whopping $5,700. And for me, that's a big issue because my budget is my own wallet. I decided that I would try and make my own rig to solve this problem. After creating some initial designs, 3D models, 3D prints, and all this stuff, I consulted with my local DIY guru, Elias. Elias helped me figure out exactly how I could construct this. So with the knowledge of construction that Elias had bestowed upon me, I set out and I iterated through prototype after prototype, failed measurements, and finally, a single success that's allowed me to bring you guys this tutorial on how to construct this bad boy. So without further ado, here's how to do it. These are all the parts that you'll need for this build. I've put together a list with their links in the description. You'll need access to a 3D printer for this build. If you don't own one, Google search Makerspace, go there, and print out 2 helmet attachments and 1 GoPro holder. I put the STL files for these prints in the description. You'll want to measure out 15 inches on both your brass pipes and mark them. Then bend them both at 90-degree angles. Be generous with where you bend it. Leaving it longer is preferred because you can always cut off any extra. After that, you'll want to measure out and cut one of the pipes after the bend to be 4 3/16 of an inch. Do the same with the other pipe, but cut it to 3 15/16. This difference in length is to put the GoPro's lens at the center of your face, as the actual GoPro itself has a lens at a bit of an offset towards the left. Next, spray paint the tubes black. This is so that if you're using any Vive or motion-based tracking systems, that the reflections of the brass tubes don't interfere with them. Next, you'll want to take some tape and line it up with this little notch, matching the angle to the notch. Mark a line where it intersects with the edge of the notch. Using these markers as guidelines, take your 3D helmet attachment prints and then tape them in place with your markers like so, aligning them with the angle of the tape while putting the bottom corner where your marker is. Make sure you tape the left and right corners since we want to leave the top and bottom ones to drill through. Alright, so this next part involving power tools, specifically a drill, is the most dangerous part, so I recommend that you wear eye protection, protect your face, and watch your fingers. If you don't know how to drill, I've linked a video in the description below that does an excellent job of describing how to do this. Also, before you drill, make sure that you remove the interior yellow lining. It's a little bit tricky, but you can totally remove it and put it back in. Take a 9/64" drill bit and drill a hole through the 3D print all the way to the other end of the helmet. On the opposite side, take a 7 32" drill bit and drill into the hole you just made about a 1/4 inch. This is to make room for the bolt head. Grab a 5/8" bolt and stick it through the inside of the helmet. Once it's pointing out on the other side, use a corresponding nut to lock it in place. Repeat this for the other side of the helmet. Next, take your pipes and assemble them all together with GoPro holder, putting the longer pipe on the user's left side. Glue the attachment to the helmet first. You'll have to MacGyver a setup to hold the rig in place while the glue dries. Glue the GoPro holder to the tubes. Since the glue takes 1 or 2 hours to harden, you can slather the tubes in glue, assemble them, and then quickly calibrate the angle and carefully place it to dry without bumping it out of position. Install the Quick GoPro app to use as reference while calibrating. when all the glue is dried, your rig is ready to use. So a tip here on using the headset is to actually tape the top or right above the eyebrows with yellow tape or something similar to your skin color of the actor. Reason being that I found that when I was testing out this rig that it got confused when I didn't have that tape on the top. It started to get confused between the top of the helmet being black and the eyebrows being black. If you add on this extra layer of tape, it kind of tricks the algorithm into recognizing that as the top of your forehead and is better at being able to distinguish your eyebrows from the black helmet. The second thing is that you might have noticed that there are flashlights on the actual GoPro rig in the construction video. That was an initial idea that I had to try and have a constant light source on the actor's face without having to set up these lights, but I found that they just weren't powerful enough with the footage that I got with those lights. It just created a lot of noise in the software. I do recommend that you have a very well lit room from all sides when you are doing this capture, or at least to whichever angles that the actor will be looking. Hopefully you can use this to save thousands on your own virtual production. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. If you don't want to construct one of these or you simply want to support me, I'm actually going to be releasing a couple of NFTs of the design of this Facecam rig. That's right, not an art piece, not this video itself, but the abstract concept of the designs of this Facecam rig. However, it will come with a physical copy of one of the designs, which I will construct with my own two hands for you. If you're interested, check out the link in the comments below. Either way, please support my channel with a like and a subscribe. I've got a lot more videos planned that have to do with virtual production, filmmaking, and writing. Also subscribe if you just want to follow my journey as I make this virtual production studio within my own bedroom, which doesn't have a bed because it's in the living room. Thanks and goodbye. Is that everything? Did I get everything?